What's up YouTube, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Max 180 Berlin. So this shoe dropped originally on Air Max Day only in Berlin, and then they followed that up with a wider European only release on March 30th. The retail price on this was 150 euros and the official colorway for this shoe is pure platinum, black, and hyper pink. So as the nickname of this shoe suggests, this shoe pays homage to the city of Berlin. Back in the late 80s, the Berlin Wall was taken down, and then shortly thereafter, the Air Max 180, or the Air 180 as it was originally called back in 1991, was released. So specifically, this shoe celebrates the vibrant nightlife and club culture of Berlin in the early 90s. That's why this shoe has a bit of that retro feel to it. Before we go on any further, here's a quick look at the box. So these do come in a special edition box. We have this wavelength pattern all over. At the very top, we have the Air Max 180 logo in this neon green. And then on the sides, we have the words freedom. And then on the other side, we have the word unity. So jumping back into the shoe, so this is your classic Air Max 180 silhouette. The majority of the upper is covered in this metallic netting. So to me, this doesn't feel like nylon or mesh, and to the touch, at least in my opinion, it sort of has like a metallic fence sort of feel. Wrapping around the edge of the toe box and then running up the sides of the shoe, you have this very soft, very buttery gray leather. So the combination of this gray leather with this metallic netting is supposed to represent the fact that back in the early 90s, there was a ton of concrete in Berlin, and then shortly after the wall fell, there's this vibrant growing club scene that's growing deep within the concrete jungle. So underneath the netting, you can kind of see that hint of neon green just peeping out from within. Stitched on the midfoot of both the lateral side and the medial side, we have this Nike swoosh that's made out of this very tumbled black leather. As we move on to the back end of the shoe, so the upper portion around the ankle collar area, this is constructed using a very coarse feeling black mesh. Overlaid below this, we have this hit of hot pink. In the center, we have the Nike Air logo, and then surrounding the sides, we have this wavelength pattern, which is once again a nod to the club scene of Berlin. Underneath this, we have this TPU heel cup. This is done in this shiny black finish. And then on the very bottom, you can see we have the 180 branding debossed into the midsole. In terms of laces, so these come standard with a flat gray lace, and on the edge of the laces, we have the words freedom and unity once again. If you want a little bit extra pop or color to the shoe, they do give you a secondary pair of Volt laces if you want to switch it up. Underneath this, we have the tongue, so the Air Max 180 is constructed with this inner booty system, which basically means that the tongue is connected to the rest of the forefoot of the shoe, wrapping around in this one piece. Stitched onto the lateral side, on the right shoe we have the word rhythm, and then on the left shoe we have the word flow. And then at the very top of the tongue, once again you can see that wavelength pattern that was found on the back heel, along with the Air 180 branding once again. As I remove the insole, so you can see there's this very vibrant neon insole, and then on the heel we have the Nike International logo. So the upper of these Air Max 180s sit atop this foam midsole that's predominantly painted in this gray or pure platinum color, and then surrounding the air bubble on the heel, we have this hit of black. So being the Air Max 180, this means that this shoe features visible 180-degree air. So you can see that neon green air bubble from both the sides and from the bottom as well. And then in terms of the rest of the outsole, so this is done in a combination of black rubber along with this translucent finish on the forefoot featuring the words unity on the right foot and freedom on the left foot. In terms of sizing, so my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and these do run pretty true to size, but they are a little bit more on the snug side. This neoprene tongue really hugs your foot, so if you don't want a really snug fit, then you might want to consider going up a half size, but for me, true to size or size 10 was perfectly fine. Comfort wise, so nothing too crazy here. Honestly, you really can't feel the air bubble underneath your heel, and this shoe pretty much feels like your standard retro Air Max, in that it's not going to be amazingly comfortable, but it's going to be okay for just everyday casual use. Last but not least, from a quality standpoint, so I do gotta say the quality of the materials was pretty good, specifically this pure platinum or gray leather that was found on the upper. However, there was some craftsmanship issues, specifically some glue stains found on my pair, but in the grand scheme of things, wasn't too big of a deal. All in all though, I do have to say this is worth the 150 euro sticker price that these retail for. So with all that said, now let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these Air Max 180 Berlins look on feet. When I first saw pictures of this shoe, I knew I had to add this to the collection, regardless of whether it was European exclusive or not. Though I struck out on my pair for retail, I had to pay resale on this. Overall, I think it was worth it because I think honestly this looks really dope. As I mentioned from the start, it has this really retro feel to it, and the combination of this neon green or yellow with the splashes of hot pink just really sets it off, and I feel like the Air Max 180 or the Air 180 is a very underrated silhouette. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of these Air Max 180 Berlins. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.